Hi there, here is Christina from Changing Parenting. And what should you do when your child sees a person that has some disability or some physical characteristics that are different from the people they usually see, and they make a remark or they ask you questions or they might say something out loud. So first of all, you need to know that a child is not saying those things or asking questions to be inappropriate. They don't know what is appropriate. They are just curious. The same way the first time they will see snow, they will try and grab the snow. They will say, look, something is falling. Or the first time they see a water puddle, they will want to jump on it, right? It happens the same with people. So the first time, I give you an example. The first time my son saw someone in a wheelchair, he said, oh, I also want to share that there's wheels, because he found it really cool. And so at the same time, as a parent, you always feel a bit awkward, right? What shall I do? So here is what you should do. You should treat people the same way you would like to be treated, right? And that's what you should model to your child. So for instance, if your child sees another child that has some disability or maybe a different skin color or whatever it is, you should always say, go and say hello. How cool is that? Someone who's different, go and say hello, ask if they want to play with you. The same way you would say that also to other kids, right? If they would say, look at that person, look, that kid has a fireman jacket, that's so cool, yeah, go and say hello. Tell them that you like their jacket. So kids will only react weird to people if you react weird to people. And if you want to teach children about acceptance and that everyone is perfect just the way they are and that we are all different, you need to model that by not feeling awkward. And I know it's counterintuitive sometimes, right? Because very often we weren't raised that way, or throughout our growth process we were raised to be mindful of what we say and what we do. But actually it's, these are just people, normal people, right? Normal children that also want to play. So if there's a child in the playground that has some disability, for instance, and your child is curious about it, you go and say hello, and that child will really enjoy also having other children that want to play with them, that are curious about them, that want to talk to them, right? Same way your child will also like if other kids will come to you, unless your child doesn't like other people, which is also okay, right? So this is what you should do, right? The same way, and then you can explain also to your child, this person needs a wheelchair because they cannot walk, and so they cannot use their legs to move, and so they need to have a chair that has wheels so that they can move. That's what I did to my son, right? I explained to him, you don't need a wheelchair because you can walk, but it is a pretty cool thing, right? A chair that has wheels, right? So that when you treat things with normality and you don't act uncomfortable, because if you act uncomfortable, if you feel like, we don't say that, or like, go and play there, then your child starts thinking, oh, there must be something wrong, and then they also start acting uncomfortable, and that's not what you want, right? You want inclusivity, and you want your child to treat everyone the same, because we are all the same, with our little differences that make us special, because we are also all different. Okay, any questions? And if you want to know exactly how to deal with a certain situation, leave me a comment, I'll give you a tip. Bye.